When you get in there, listen to me. When you get in there,
Shit. They fight hard.
you
Okay?
fight hard. You fight hard. You are strong. You're my son. Right now, you're scared, but that's okay. Listen, let's go. Hey,
Do it.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Every time I fought, I felt the same way you do. All I want to do is go home. So you know what I did every time? I got in there and I cracked out. Every time, this is the way it feels. You got this. You got this. You are with me. You're with me. I love you.
Love you too.
Come on.
Yeah, hey, shalom, shalom. Yabashim Shabbat Fakadash Bakdam, call all Yabashim Al Shai, Yabba Anasai apostles to our elders who do well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. This is Rob Amath from the Basel campus, the Chain City Christian Mark. Yeah, I wanted to do a lesson going over just overcoming adversity, you know, as I showed in the clip with the little kid, man, you know, with the boxing, and that's very true. You know, even Mike Tyson said that himself. He used to actually cry after, but he is a little weirdo in a sense. But the feeling comes through everybody, you know, because if you're not cautious or you know have some type of, then you're going to get caught with something. You know, I'm not saying that I'm going to sit here and believe I'm going to get knocked out, but I'm not going to sit here and not think it's a possibility. So that's going to make me cautious about my defense and make sure I don't take a chance. You got to just have that balance. But back to the subject at hand is that, you know, you could hear the kid, he was cursing, you know, shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, he went through hella emotions, man, you know, and that's a natural, like I said, it's a natural thing. He went through the motion of, you know, I work hard, man. Like, you got, you know, it's not like you're convincing yourself, but it's like you're telling yourself, like, man, what the fuck, shake loose of this shit. You know you want to do it, but you just can't pull the trigger. But moments like these makes it easier for the next moment and the moment after. You know, and that's why, you know, one of the things, I believe Pastor Hart said it, or regardless of the point, I concur in you know, for, you know, any man should, you know, embark in combat sports, you know, because it teaches you to overcome the unknown, man, the unthinkable, you know, and it's not like, you know, matter of fact, I'm gonna just read it real quick, and then we'll get to it. You know, I'm gonna read this precept. Let's see here. Man, there we go. So we're gonna go into James chapter 1. All right. James chapter 1, verse 2, it says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing, man. You know, because it's the calm. Because like this said on After Earth, it says, fear is not real, but danger is very, very real. And that can't be no more true. You know, because you could be afraid to enter a situation, and that's going to affect how you address it. So you can't be perfect. You can't, you know, have integrity, or can't be holding your decision making if you're doing it in its control with fear. Okay? It's like getting in an argument. You can't get in an argument with nobody and you got anger on you. You know, you got fear. You gotta be stoic. You gotta have self-control in any type of situation, whether it's a happy situation, whether it's a fearful situation, or a situation that casts doubt. You're supposed to have self-control to finish what you set your mind to. And that's what makes men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The people that are able to do what? Overcome. Because Satan's going to try our flesh in so many ways, and it's going to seem like we can't win. Okay? But the Lord allowed it to be set up that way so, you know, our faith would be tested. Okay? So I want to get this closing precept in Sirach 40:1. It says, "Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to their to the mother of all things, which is the Most High." Okay, every spirit goes back to the Most High. All right, it says their imagination of things to come. You know, because sometimes you can imagine the worst thing, or you can imagine the best thing happening, but you got to have a balance. You can't go in there in a situation like, yeah, I'm gonna kick ass without the realism of you never did this before, you know, like all the intangibles. So you got to have a balance, okay? But you still got to walk by faith. The Lord said you can do it, you can do it, you know? It says their imagination of things to come, and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. From him that sitteth on the throne of glory, but to him that is humble is in earth and ashes. So it don't matter what position you are, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like, you know, you see these people on TV or you see these people do things that you, I could never. This is because you don't want to do that. You haven't clicked for you, you know? Um, it says, from him that weareth purple and a crown unto him that is clothed with the linen frock. Wrath and envy and trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night's sleep, do change his knowledge, stressing him out. It says, but you go to sleep and it all goes away too. Okay, it says a little or nothing is his rest. Afterward he is sleep. It's like after he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, trouble in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth what? That the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. You know, and this is pretty much the plague of doubt. You know, that it's powerful, man. Like I said, it's like you just got out of a battle, like getting out of a fight with somebody. You looking over your shoulder, looking out the blinds. You stressing out, man. You don't know when it's gonna come. Especially with, you know, like I said, with a fight, if you didn't run properly, if I didn't run properly, that'll be ringing in my head. And then that affect how my punch output would be, because I'll be like, man, you ain't gonna last, bro. You ain't gonna last. You ain't gonna last. You know, you get rocked right before your fight. You gonna know that you changed. You know what I'm saying? You don't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna cast a doubt for you to do anything. So, you know, that faith is which is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, is a powerful thing. And to even deal with the Lord, Satan is the adversary. Satan is the opponent in the boxing ring. We're that kid. The Most High is, you know, and that the adult is really the word and the most severe. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, telling you, hey, you can do it, man. You did this before. We went through the training. I told you about this. I told you what you could do. And it's not like, you know, we don't believe. It's just, hey, the less faithful will have more of a trouble with taking that step, taking that leap of faith. You know, because faith is a portion thing, a thing of portion. Everybody don't have the same amount of faith. It's not like you got faith and it's just that's what it is. You know, it's just like cars. Shit, everybody got a car, but some cars are better, some cars are worse. You know, it's still to get you from the point A to point B, but it don't do it as efficiently, right? So it's the same thing with faith, man. Everybody don't have the same amount of faith, but it comes from experience. You know, like the apostles always say, you can't go to the store and get a can of faith. You know, but through your trials and your walks as a man of the Lord, that's how you gain faith. And we're going to get into the scriptures to prove that statement as well, man. In Romans chapter 5, which is technically hope, okay? But we're going to go to Romans 5:3. It says, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. Okay? And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of the Most High is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us. Okay? So that, those trials and errors. So it's just like I said, you fight, you go through the fight, win or lose, you're going to realize that this shit wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Even, hey, I got buzzed before. I didn't never get knocked out, but that was like one of my worst fears is getting rocked. Like, oh shit. Got rocked was like, oh, it ain't that bad. Like, you drunk and hungry. But I'm not saying it's a good thing. But that fear of everything that happened to me is like, nah, man, I could fight through this. So it's like it lowered that fear of crossing that bridge, man. And a lot of people and even brothers would tend to struggle on crossing bridges. And we, long as we're doing the will of the Heavenly Father, we're doing it in His name, we shall not go amiss. So that's even more the confident reason to go across these bridges with zeal, with fervitude, to sit there and say, nah, if you gotta, something simple as rebuking a brother, correcting a brother, something simple as, doing something that it give you a bad result in your mind. But it's the right thing to do. Like, nah, bro, the Lord told me to do this. I gotta do it, man. And it's gonna get stronger and stronger. And these little situations that we go through now ain't nothing but tune-up fights. Because eventually you're gonna have to deny that MOT to the you-know-what, which is a marker of you-know-what. We're gonna have to deny that, and we're gonna be tried. Just like the mother with the 5 sons, man, she was tried. And the exact thing that she loved was tempted, which is her sons, man. In the process that was done it, but she got a manly stomach, man. Okay, so yeah, man, that overcoming tribulation, it happens through experience, and really, ultimately, faith is a trigger point. And through experience, you gain, that hope, I would say. We're not going to say faith, because faith and hope are two different things. Let's get that, but they're synonymous, I would say. It says, when you go into hope, it says expectation of evil, fear, expectation of good, hope. Okay? It's pretty much a thesis. You know what I'm saying? Hope is pretty much, okay, if I do this, this will happen. If I do that, that'll happen. It's associated with prudence. It's associated with faith as well. Because all these things are trigger points to doing things that you have not seen or believed. You know what I'm saying? That you believe you can do it, or you believe you can do it, but you don't know. There's an unknown. Because why? You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it done. You haven't done it yourself. But when you do it and you get the experience, it increases your hope, increases your expectations of what? The future. Faith is pretty much believing in something that's not there. Salvation. Somebody's coming to say they're going to come pick you up at a certain time, and you just wait there in that spot. You know what I'm saying? It takes faith for you to say, okay, let me get up and go to this spot. But when you go there, and then you experience being out there, oh man, he might not come. What is it? And then they pull up. Then that increases your hope. That increases, okay, I believe him about this next time. I believe him about that. Faith is like the triggering point. The action is a triggering point. All of it is a domino effect, but it's a beautiful thing when you're able to experience these things in a dangerous, controlled environment, such as fighting. And we face it every day, but fighting is controlled demolition. It's a controlled way to put yourself through that exercise of that type of anxiety. But yeah, man, I thought it was beautiful, and it'd be a beautiful thing that that we all overcome. But whoever we think we are in our minds, we know we truly don't know. You truly don't know till you put to the test. That goes back to that, that cat, man, I would've, well, you don't know. You really don't know until you actually go in there. Some people would be like that if they really was in that situation. But in all reality, you don't know. And then when you do it, then you'll know. And that will increase your hope. You know what I'm saying? But you really do have to have faith in yourself. That'll be out of I want, and if you really believe that, you'll do it. You know, so we gotta have, our hope has to be in the Lord, man. Our expectation of getting the hell up out of here and all that, man. So when Jacob's trouble comes, you don't have to talk to yourself like that, man. Fuck that shit, man. You know, I've been on these highways, I've been teaching, I've been doing the high holy days. I believe, man. To hell with that, what them soldiers saying outside. To hell with it, what these doctors are saying. You know what I'm saying? And you just shrug it off and push forward, man. Call Lord Yahbashim Yahshai for giving us His hope, giving us His way, giving us His path. Because there's people in this world that are living off of Babylon, and Babylon, hope is running out, man. Their expectation is running out. Because the Lord said they shall build and what? He shall throw down. Okay? And these people are relying on it, and then when it start going down, they're gonna start losing their marbles when there's no hope, man. Because a Babylon hope is going to be sealed before everybody's eyes before it even go down. It's going down right. Their hope is being tarnished now, man. The money, the income, the outcome ratio, the rate of the children, the food, But yeah, I digress, man. But call Lord Yahbashim Yahshua for blessing us with His hope. Hey, shalom.